Hey there, Wendy here with Jazzydoodledesigns, and it's that time again. Let's see what I bought. Okay, so for practical purposes, let's talk about these so I can keep them from rolling around. So I don't know if any of you had this problem, but I have this thing where I have to have all the things. So if a pencil set comes in 100, I have to have 100. I don't want 75, I don't want 82, I want the whole 100. So I had bought the Dick Blick 72 set. And I like these pencils. They're nice pencils. And I found out that they actually have 93, which is such a weird number. But anyway, there are 12 grays and then these, 9 other colors. And so I wanted to get them because, one, I feel like some of these will make really good skin tones. But I just felt like I wanted the whole set. And so this set I really liked because this is basically 6 cool grays and 6 warm grays. And if you look at the Dick Blick pencil set, they just have some odd grays. They have silver, light gray, gray, steel gray, medium gray, slate gray, cold gray, dark gray, and black. So I'll probably end up with at least one overlap there. But, you know, I really like these pencils and I think it's worth it to fill them out. The hard part is I've already made the swatch chart. I've already numbered all my pencils. So now I'm going to have to do a new swatch chart. I'm going to have to change the numbers of a lot of pencils. So that's a project for another day. You know, that's what I do when I'm watching TV or just, you know, hanging out, that kind of thing. But I am happy to get these. So speaking of having to have all the things, I have been wanting these forever. So this is the Tombow set of water-based markers. Let me back out just a little. And I have been putting off buying these because, as you know, they're not the cheapest markers ever. Far from it. But I do view this a lot like my Copic collection, where it's an investment that will last me over time. I have a few Tombows and they have lasted me years. And now granted, I don't use them every day or anything, but I'm just saying they didn't evaporate over time. They don't fray as easy as some of the other markers. And I have tried multiple brands of water-based markers and books, and I feel like Tombows do the best job of not bleeding through. I have bought Hobby Lobby brand, I've bought Michael's brand, and they just bleed through the book. And so I end up, you know, I come home, I test it with one marker, and it just doesn't work as well, and so I return them. And one day I was looking something up on Amazon, and I saw that Tombow markers for the 96 set were half off. Half off. And I was super stoked about it. So of course, like I just discussed, I had to fill it out because there's actually 100 and, I don't know, I can't count these, but it's like 103, I think. And so I was missing a few, so I went and looked up which ones I was missing, and I will put those in the description box below because it was kind of a pill having to figure out which markers were missing. And I saw on Facebook a lady had written them out, and I thought that was so nice. So I will put credit to her in the description box below. So I am beyond ecstatic. This is something I literally wanted for probably 10 years. I'm very happy about that. And I really like the case. This case opens like this, so you can do all the different configurations with it. And then it has a nice little lid, and you can carry it around. So I really like that. Okay, next up is these Derwent paint pan sets. So I bought a metallic and a pastel. So let me pull them out so you can take a look. So they're almost identical. Each one comes with its own little swatch sheet. It comes with a water brush, which is a little smaller than a normal water brush. This is a Pentel, so that'll give you an idea of size. And then as far as the tip, but it's a nice brush. The only thing I didn't like is that it will not lay in there put together. So it's literally 1/4 of an inch, if that, too short. And I find that a little annoying. The lazy girl in me doesn't want to have to do this every time. Not that it's hard, but you just put the little locking mechanism back in there. Overall, I bought these because I thought that they were like ink tints, that they were kind of that, let's call it semi-permanent. What it says is that you can layer colors without removing the color underneath. So they do layer up nicely, so you can get a more vibrant color by laying them as they dry. However, to be honest, I wasn't that impressed with the metallic set. I felt like it really didn't offer a lot of the metallic color shimmer that I like. The golds did and silver did better than the colors. So like this 6 did better than this 6. That being said, I think if I was to purchase these, you know, knowing what I know now, I would probably only get the pastels, and I would just use like a Wink Estella over it, just because I just don't find the value in the metallics. They're pretty, but if you're wanting something super shimmery, this is not it. So I did get these on Amazon, and they were pretty inexpensive, and they are a nice little travel kit. As many of you know, I really like the Disney Thomas Kincaid book, and this is the second book. It's different images in it than the first book, and I've done quite a few of the first book, and so I look forward to working in this one. It looks a little bigger to me, and yet it's not. Next up, I'll hold it so that the light doesn't glare on it, is this vintage poster collection. I think it was Color with Claire did a short color along out of this book, and I thought it was a really fun book because I like Disney. And so this one just has different posters from the past. And if you're interested in a flip through of any of the books that I show, please just let me know. I'd be happy to do that for you. But I thought this was a fun little book. Next up is Sea of Colors. This is a smaller book. It also flips this way as opposed to side by side. But it just has these little cutesy images in it, and I thought it was really fun. I also like that it's slightly smaller. I would say maybe 9 by 9, maybe 10 by 10. Yeah, so 8.5 by 8.5. Okay, next up, I'm really excited about this. I saw this book probably when I very first started coloring, and I've wanted it ever since. Now, I actually got this book on Etsy. I will have a link in the description below to the vendor that I bought this, and there's another coloring book that I'll show you. This one's called Let's Go Traveling with My Wild Mouse, and I just think it is so stinking cute. Like, look at these images. Just the little mice, and they're having a little picnic, or here they are, you know, they got the paint pens out, and here's the image from the cover of the book. So if you like Kanoko Agusa, I think you'll really like these. And look, I think now that I'm looking at this, I am going to do a flip through of the 2 Japanese books on my channel next week. So look for that if you would like to see more images. But I really think this one's cute. The next one is this one. I bought these from the same vendor. And this one is called, I don't know, it says Cute Forest Animal Friends. Here it says Secret Invitation. Everything is in Japanese, including the author, so I don't have any idea, but same kind of, just these cutesy little squirrels and mice and rabbits, and it's on really nice paper. And so, like I said, I am going to be doing a flip on the channel next week on these, so look for that. Okay, sadly, that's it for this month. Thank you for stopping in. If you like this kind of content, I do finished colored pages, color alongs, flip throughs, all the adult coloring kind of things. So be sure and hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you again. Have a good one.